all in the wrist. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. Car on the wrist. All in the wrist. Watch how I flip. Watch how I whip. I'm in the whip. All in the wrist. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jackson on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Let's go now. Time of the ending. Here we go. Undercrush, undercrush.
On 2nd down now, Milton, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Shift. Whip. Watch the whip.
To throw, Young. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Maurice Hurst. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
3rd and long for Young. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe.
Touchdown! A big play there. 82 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Hey, check.
Now a give, right side. Milton, and he's got room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run on first down. Milton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
At the 37-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Milton. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Young on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
On first down, Armstrong. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On second down, it's Armstrong, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Las Vegas.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Steelers nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Jackson. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now a give right side. It's Armstrong. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise, and the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Right there, the fake worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man. A perfect fake field goal. Love it.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Ball shot. Check. 59.
To throw is Young. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue him a little bit.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Going to give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I hope you brought your lunch because I hope you do. Showing it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. There he goes, right side. And touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, Milton. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Armstrong. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Armstrong. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 67 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll keep it on the ground. Milton, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Jackson now down around his goal line. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got to step it up.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again, Young. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped, and the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. A big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spinning away. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Young looks to throw on first down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I got you.
To throw on third down. Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, switch gears.
They'll keep it on the ground. Armstrong. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Fresno.
He may try and run for this. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, it's Armstrong. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check Mike 34. Mike 34.
From the 27, Jackson going to throw deep for the, and that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Milton, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
From the 41, Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Young now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
It's fourth down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Just keeping the play alive. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. 34's the mic, 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him, check him. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Shoot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 24, check 24.
Here's Jackson to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Here we go.
And the Raider 1st down.
What we got? Under 10. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 3. Check.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. No.
5-2's the mic. Mike's 5-2. Mike 5-2.
They run the counter. Slade, only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has a total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
Hey, right 52.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Here's Jackson on third and long. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now fourth down coming up.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Mack Wilson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Slade. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,